What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the weekly download. Hey, happy new year. I hope you had a great holiday season and you got to spend time with your family and your friends. You relaxed, you had some fun, and you're ready to take on the new year. It's 2023 and it's time to level up. And if you're a video business owner or a videographer that is looking to get more clients, this video is for you so we can all enjoy some abundance for 2023. Because today, I'm going to talk about different ways of how you can get more clients. And this is from years of me hiring mentors and coaches and being part of masterminds, taking courses and learning from masterminds, from other entrepreneurs, from marketers who are really good at what they do, and they've taught me a lot about automation. But what I've learned out of the years, especially out of the pandemic and this past year, 2022, is the importance of in-person meetings as well as gatherings and events. So today we're going to go through a whole slew of different techniques that you can use so you can get more customers this year. And so one of the biggest platforms where I have found the most lead generation and conversions for myself has been LinkedIn. Now, I think a lot of folks out there know about LinkedIn, but I'm surprised on how many people don't leverage LinkedIn as much as I do or my friends do in order for you to get a lot of clients. It's one of the best platforms, if not the best platform to get clients in the B2B world. So that means business to business. So if you're a videographer, if you're a video business and you're trying to get a corporation, a brand, or a company to hire you to create their videos, LinkedIn is the place to go because it's just a place where a lot of people know that that's where you're going to start networking and selling your products and services. And so there are different ways to use LinkedIn to get clients. I have a whole webinar that you can actually access at free.videocontentschool.com/free training. It's actually programs.videocontentschool.com/free training. I'll add it to the comments below. And it is a whole tutorial on how you can use automation and different types of software and Chrome extensions like Lead Leaper to scrape emails, Duck Soup to basically add people and connect with people and send them an automated drip campaign with messages. And that is a great way for you to have multiple touch points in a day without you having to work. You can just do 1 hour or 2 hours a week to look on Sales Navigator on your target audience and then use Duck Soup to basically go through all of those search results and then send out connection requests. And then when they accept, then they get a automated drip campaign or messages that are automated so that you can be contacting 100 people a week without you actually doing anything manually, right? This is a really great way for you to always be doing lead generation in a digital way without you having to spend hours a day just doing it one by one, person to person, all right? That's what I think is a really great way for you to really level up in 2023. Next thing for me as well is lead generation with emails. So cold email outreach, another way that really helped me out, and it is also automated, right? So we're talking about the first things, which are automation. And I use Lemlist for automation as well as Close.io, which is also a CRM or a customer relationship management tool, which allows me to keep track of all my leads. And what's great about Lemlist though is that it has an auto email warmer that you can use to warm up your emails so they don't go straight to spam. I have a whole tutorial webinar series about this, which you can access at programs.videocontentschool.com/free training. And I'll leave the link below. And I really do feel that you need to really utilize email marketing as well as LinkedIn and social media marketing for you to contact folks in a digital way, right? We're in 2023. It's time for you to use the digital side of the sales process. Now, on the flip side of this, let's talk about something new. Now, it's not really new because we all know about in-person meetings, but what I've learned is that there is a huge uptick in meetups, networking meetings, conferences, events, especially here in Austin. Okay, so it's a very tech-heavy city. I don't know where you are. I'm in Texas, so we're pretty much wide open. And so we're meeting a lot in person. Now, what's great about this is that people are looking for an in-person interaction and engagement because they've been cooped up inside all these years because of the pandemic. And this has forced a lot of people to get outside because they're tired of virtual meetups, they're tired of Zoom meetings, and they want to have that in-person interaction. There's been so much scientific research about the importance of touch, the importance of being in front of someone and actually feeling their energy. It's not some kind of foofy spiritual thing, but you even know when you're in a sales meeting, it's easier for you to get a sale done if you're in person to see a person's interactions than it is sometimes with virtual. Now, of course, there's a lot of salespeople who can argue against that, but me personally, having an in-person interaction is actually much more helpful and conducive to a much stronger and deeper relationship. All right. And so I feel you can look at all the studies about this, but an in-person interaction is much more beneficial for a relationship building connection than it is with a virtual interaction or engagement. So I feel that if you are looking to be outside, right, go to networking meetings, okay? This can be meetups. So go to Eventbrite, look at business meetings, go on meetup.com, look for, meetups within your industry, as well as look for different Slack channels, all right? So a lot of Slack channels and Discords, this is what I was going to talk about later, but we'll talk about it now. Join a lot of these group message boards, which is Slacks, Discord. Yes, there's Facebook and LinkedIn groups, but that's slowly fading away. But I do feel that joining groups like those will really help you get in tune with what's trending in your industry and also go get one-on-one with the people who are in your target audience. Right? Being part of these groups also helps you learn a lot more about the industry. And at the same time, you can ask questions, right? These can be, if these groups are very well curated, then you're going to have a mastermind that you can work with. Now, these groups, you can have these interactions where you can do it all on your Slack channel and your Discord, but sometimes they take it offline and they go into meetups, right? And I've experienced this a lot last year, and I'm part of a few Slack groups. So another way, I was just going to talk about this. We'll talk about it now. Be part of groups. All right. So, instead of just attending these events, see what groups they're part of and then join that group. All right. Whether it can be a group specific to your industry, let's say CPG or consumer packaged goods or food and beverage, or it can be a tech industry and SaaS group, or it can be a fashion, group. Right. And be part of the Slack channel, Facebook group, as well as the in-person events, and very much be a value contributor in the group and help people. All right. Don't just try to sell every time you're inside of there. And what I like about the groups is that it's really helped me also build my own group. Right. So this is something that you should do as well. Building your own group, whether it's a Facebook group or LinkedIn group. Again, super old school. You can do a Discord group. You can do your own WhatsApp group. You can also do your own Slack group. Okay. This way you can start building your own community for your company, or even just a group of friends that you start getting like-minded people into. And then you start a little networking group, if not just a group of friends who have the same goals, the same interests, and also part of the same industry. So you get to, yes, you could probably sell it to each other, but you also get to mastermind. And as you bring in more folks, this is when you can start building your own community, and then you can start really networking heavily. If it's not selling to people within the group, you get referrals, right? And I found this to be super helpful. Now, another thing too is to really lean upon your networks, okay? I was in a really tough spot last year. I'm going to be super honest, early in the year, and I needed to get more clients. And one of the things that I did that has gotten me to this point now where I'm very comfortable and I'm back in just really good shape. Everything is great. It's because I reached out to my current clients, friends, and family and told them that I was looking for clients, looking for referrals. And I know this sounds pretty self-explanatory of just reaching out to your network, but I think we take for granted our current clients, and maybe we're also ashamed of asking them to give us referrals, or we're scared to ask our past clients who we feel are too big or don't want to talk to us anymore. All right, utilize them. I got a lot of gigs, actually one of my biggest clients as well, because I utilized my network and my referrals. And I also put myself out there. I put myself out there with my friends and my fam, and I wasn't afraid to actually ask for help, right? That's a really big thing for a lot of people out there who are kind of shy or want to be, just their one person company. Go out and ask, for help, ask for referrals. And another thing that I feel is super helpful for me is actually hiring someone as well. Okay, so This can either be hiring a sales SDR, a sales development representative, a sales associate, a sales manager. And this is if you have the money. This is something that I've been looking into. I had 2 sales reps last year, and I'm currently looking for one right now. So if you want to get into sales, you want to sell some video services, please talk to me. Email me at Mitchel at videocontentschool.com. I think this is the next level because as a video content creator and as a business owner, you probably want to spend time on being creative or building the business, which would be networking or finding other new innovative ways to create videos for companies. So you don't want to spend all your time in sales. So I feel that there are different ways you can approach this. You can either be on Indeed, you can go on LinkedIn, you can go on ZipRecruiter, and you can post a job post. Or again, ask your network, ask some friends, ask these Facebook groups that you just joined. Are you looking for a sales manager? Or there is actually these agencies out there who do a lot of the lead generation for you. Now, you probably, I don't know, I get a lot of these emails and LinkedIn messages, and I always think, okay, these are spam. This is actually what I'm doing to other people, so it's karma, and it's coming back to me. I actually have had 1 or 2 agencies reach out, and I hired one in 2020. Didn't really work out that well. That's why I haven't really reached out, but I think they've gotten better. I think that before it was utilizing, foreign, employees, and they were just filling, going through a SOP and a whole, formula, and they weren't really targeting your target audience. They were just doing a, shotgun approach. I think now agencies are a little bit more personalized, and also they have a much more tighter group of lead generators or sales reps that are not necessarily foreign or VAs from another country that have no idea about your company. I think a lot of agencies I've seen now have actually niched up. So in other words, look for these agencies that are lead generation agencies or people who can help you find more leads. All right. They can cost from anywhere from $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. I paid as low as $1,500 a month. And these are really great ways for you to not do all the sales so you can spend more time growing your business and finding innovative ways to be creative, right? And so I truly do believe you need to delegate. If you can't delegate, automate. And if you can't automate, do it yourself. But honestly, it's supposed to be delegate, automate, and eliminate. But you can't eliminate sales because sales and marketing is very important. So that's all sales. Now let's get into marketing. All right. So again, you already know this: social media marketing. Put out educational content. Put out value-driven content. And also put out your portfolio. Show people what you've done and what's been popular, of course, on the video production side is showing the behind the scenes. How did you create these amazing looking commercials? Doing spec commercials, right? Doing spec spots, and then also reaching out to other creators or videographers or even production companies and collaborating. And then you can actually start, feeding with each other. You can start sending each other clients. Another way to actually get more clients in 2023. It's been around for a couple of years, but I'm realizing it more because I'm a podcast host. Get on podcasts. All right. There's so many podcast agencies out there now. I get hit up every single day. I don't need to reach out for podcast guests anymore. I have 3 agencies working for me. And so you can hire these agencies to actually go out to podcast hosts and podcast shows so that they could interview you. Now, when you go on these podcasts, you need some sort of course, your story, and then you need something to sell, not just your products, but something that is easy for someone to understand and get for free. It could be a lead magnet, and we'll talk about right after this, which is a free PDF, webinar, course, tutorial, whatever it is. You can drop a coupon code for that podcast, and you can then get that lead's email when they sign up for that free lead magnet, and then you can use your sales process from there, whether it is an automated email sequence or you can just email them yourself or call them yourself and say, hey, I saw that you downloaded this from my podcast. Do you need any help? What can I help you do? What can I help you with today? So podcasts, a lot of people are doing it right now. When you do it, just think about when you are someone's podcast, know what their audience is all about. Don't just go on a cooking podcast where you're all about fashion. All right. Just know your podcast. And at the same time, people want to hear your story. People also want to hear about your product, what you sell, what pain points you solve. At the same time, connect your story with your offer. right? How did you come up with your business? How did you create your business? How did you come up with your offer? And how is that tied into a story, a pain point that you were experiencing, which now people can find relatable? All right. So that's hook, story, close. Or in other words, you can use a way to get people interested in your service by telling a relatable story. All right. So that's a really great way to get people interested on a podcast. And last but not least is creating educational content. And educational content can be free, of course, when it's on social media, YouTube especially. I mean, YouTube has been around for so long, but it's still the king when it comes to video content and education. I'll be honest, a lot of people are going to YouTube now for just straight education. So be part of that movement and do what I'm doing right now and be educational with your content. And then there's also ways for you to have lower ticket offerings so that you can get people interested in your product and services, but at the same time they can't afford your higher ticket offer. So in other words, if they can't afford you to film their wedding, you can at least show them, send them I have this course on how to shoot your own wedding for $10 with your iPhone or whatnot, right? So this is something that has been around for a little bit, but I think that a lot of these platforms like Teachable and Thinkific and Kajabi has made it very simple for you to create an online course. It's a really great way for you to get out there as an educator, an authority figure, and a thought leader. And at the same time, it leads to speaking engagements. You can also get hired as a coach. You get hired as a teacher. You can get hired on, you can get asked to be on podcasts, and you can build yourself an income stream, right? Selling courses is a really great way for you to do all the work you can front load your work, do it all in one weekend, and then you just market and then you start making money off of your courses. Okay. Now, this is going to take a lot of your time. I know this because I have my online course. That's why you're here. And so just be wary that when you do have your online courses and you have your valuable content and all of this, it takes time. All right. I have a video editor. I have a audio mixer, right? And I have VAs who do sales outreach for me. So I have the time to do this. So back again to what you created your business for. Don't feel like you have to do all of this, especially when it comes to outreach and now having to do content. Think about what makes you happy with the business, what you can take on, and what can you delegate and what you can automate so that you can still run the business of your dreams and do what you love to do, but at the same time grow in a way where you're not doing all the work. And it happens every single day, right? And that's why I do feel like if you hire a sales manager or an SDR or a sales agency, really helps with the whole sales process. If not, automate it. Use Lemlist for email outreach, use DuckSoup for LinkedIn outreach, and then go to networking events, join groups, and go to in-person events as well. And then I think that, I don't know if I talked about this, but throwing your own event is also key as well. It doesn't have to be a huge Tony Robbins event. It could be a small meetup. Go on Meetup, right? Talk about, create a meetup group for either creators or people within your industry. All right, this meetup is for all CPG professionals out there who want to talk about marketing and how we can grow our brands. And then as you grow that group, you realize, hey guys, I am a video marketer and I'm also a content creator and I can help you grow your brand. So different ways for you to use in-person and digital, automated and delegated, and also do things yourself for you to grow your business. And hopefully this was helpful. A lot of this, to be honest, is things that I do and I've learned over the years. And I'm sure there's a lot of other ways too. Also, before I go, one thing you have to also utilize in order for you to be part of this technological revolution is AI. All right. This is part of the automation process, but don't feel like you have to always write your own captions. You can use Jasper.ai, which I use, which is artificial intelligence writing your captions for you. There's also other ways of using AI to create videos, right? With synesthesia.io, .ai. Totally got that wrong, but I'll have these all in the text of this. And there's other AI driven platforms, even a chatbot, right? I forgot what. Okay, a lot of these I'm gonna put in the description so you can understand what these platforms are and how you can find them. But the main point I'm trying to say is utilize AI. It's getting better, right? So content, you can automate your content, your captions, your blog posts, your descriptions. All of that takes time. You can use Jasper.ai to write that all for you. You can use different AI platforms to create videos for you. You can create AI platforms for chat bots so that people can chat to you, a bot, without you being there, and your clients think like you're being very, engaging. All right. So anyways, I feel like that's another thing this year that's going to be leveraged a lot. And of course, digital, in person, just those two, combine them both. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope this is helpful. Again, this is the weekly download. I post every single week. Always here to help you grow your video business and video career with all the experience and things that I've learned over the years. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below or send an email to Mitchel at Video Content School. And if you like this, please like, comment, and share this with anyone you think would find this helpful. And again, tune in next week. And if you have any other topics you want me to talk about, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.